I think I'm on. Oh, there it goes. It's lagging a bit. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Talking Habs. I'm Rick, and we're doing the Ottawa Senators at the Montreal Canadiens first period live stream, about to start in a few minutes. I am not able to show the game live on my channel. I'm not able to do or play the play-by-play, but we can talk about the game, talk about things going on in the game. So I only do the first period. I'm just reminding whoever came in. So just let you know, first period, and we should have some fun. Hopefully, be a good game. Montreal has won 3 of their last 4. Oh, I guess I should announce. I guess I'll move over a little bit. So Jesperi Kotkaniemi has been placed on the injured reserve. So he will be out for a little while, it looks like. So they've called up Ryan Poehling and Christian Folin. Folin was called up because he was sent down for a conditioning stint, and they had to call him up or he'd have to clear waivers. So they called him back up. And Poehling was called up to replace KK on the roster for however long I guess he's out. We'll see. Hopefully Poehling will have a better... 19 Coyote. So hopefully Poehling will have a better... showing, I guess, in his second opportunity. So we'll see. I don't know. I haven't heard anything if he's in the lineup tonight, so I don't know what the lines are like, if what kind of changes they've made. So we're going to find out shortly because the game's about to start. Let me just get the game on here. Yeah, they're just about to start. They're playing the anthem. Oh, are they? Hang on a second. No, they don't. I guess it's Sportsnet, so they don't. Sport. What day were we today? We are Wednesday. It should be TSN. Anyway, I just wonder if they're playing the actual NHL song or the new one that they had to. Yeah, it's Sportsnet. Hey Joe, how's it going, buddy? Primo going to have a good game. I can feel it. Yeah, I imagine it's going to be Primo, right? It's supposed to be Primo tonight. I'd be surprised if it's Carey Price, but I thought I heard something that it might be. There's a possibility because it's looking like Primo's going to be here a little longer than they were thinking because Kincaid ain't doing very well down there. So we might see him a little bit longer here. But they're showing him on the screen, so I imagine he's a starter tonight. I think it'll be a better result here. It's the Ottawa Senators, but then again, saying that, and the Senators can come out with a really great game. And they do happen to play pretty good against Montreal, so we'll have to see. So, I mean, like my brother Frick there was telling y'all there, you hosers, they got to keep Pajot. Pajot's, I don't know why, he's a killer, Montreal killer. Kachuk, got to keep him off the board. Lindgren's been great recently. Really seems like this Primo call-up has motivated him. It's possible. And look, if Lindgren plays really well, they might decide, put Primo back down and call Lindgren up. The only thing with Lindgren is I don't know. I know he went down there before the season started, and he had to clear waivers, which he did. So I don't know with the coming back up. It's been now, 2 months or so? I think he has to clear waivers again. So maybe that's one of the reasons why they haven't called Lindgren back up. So, and him playing much better and all that isn't going to help him clear waivers. Yeah, game time. Okay, I'm behind you guys, though. I don't know if you guys are, but I'm like 30 seconds or a minute behind because I stream it. So, right now, I'm looking at Elliot Friedman. Thank God he shaved off that mustache. That was a horrible mustache. Thank God he shaved it off. It was almost scary. So, yeah, I'm looking for... Oh, of course, my connection died on me. I've been having no trouble with my Wi-Fi, and here it is. It's going unstable. None. All day. And, of course, going to have now that I'm live streaming. So, hang on. Let me just get my... my... game on. Okay, let's see what you got. Let's see what you got for me. He's only let in 4 goals in 2 games. 2 and 2 in both games. He's looked very determined. Well, he has to. If he wants to do anything, he's better start looking determined. Or he's not going to get up here. Oh, it wasn't connected. Oh, nice. Well, you guys can let me know how the game's going. Hopefully, at least on the phone, it'll... Okay, at least I got my connection back. You already know. That's it. Sorry. Haven't seen you for a while, buddy. How's it going? Thanks for coming in. Do I think when Drouin, Kotkaniemi, and Mete come back, Montreal will turn it around? Well, first of all, they're turning it around already. So that's number one. They've got 3 wins in the last 4 games. They are playing good, and it was against good competition. So it's not like, finally they figured it out against the lower teams. They played against good teams, and they beat them. If they can keep that up, they've turned it around. The Kotkaniemi, I would say don't count on anything with him because with a concussion, you don't know. He could be back next week. He could be back next year only. So, but Drouin Mete should be back soon. I haven't heard anything about his injury and when he's coming back. I know Byron is skating. But I think they've turned it around, and it'll only help if they can keep it up until these guys do come back into the lineup. It'll only help when they do come into the lineup. Hang on a second now. It was game time. Well, no, it hasn't started yet. Oh, yeah, I didn't ask that. Okay, everyone, there's 9 people in here. So give me the scores. Who's going to score first Habs goal, and what do you think the score is going to be? I'm on record. Well, my brother Frick's on record. Hey, hosers, take coffee. I'm on record as calling it 3-2 Montreal. I didn't give a goal score. I did not. I'm going to go for something different today. I want to think about it, but I want to hear who do you guys think is going to score the first goal and what the score is going to be. Come on, y'all. Come on, participate. Paul Gee. Hey, Paul. Paul says 4-1 Habs. Domi scores. Okay, so I've got it 3-2, and you can take the same score. I mean, you don't. It's not like it's what do they call those squares? We're not doing that, but I'm gonna go with Deneau for the first goal. Just came into my head. That's it. Deneau for me. A good one. I don't know if Paling's in. You already know. Well, you already know. It's your name, right? So you must know. But I don't know if Paling's in yet. I haven't heard anything. I want to assume that he is, and that's a good pick. If he's in, that's a good one. I like that. Well, at least you're saying he scored today. I'm calling for who do you think is going to get the first Habs goal? 5-3 loss, eh? It's one of those games. It's one of those games that could be a very disappointing loss because Ottawa sometimes just outplays us. And I don't know, it's one of those teams, just like the old Nordiques when they play Montreal. They could be the sucking-ass team in the league, and they come play Montreal. It's like a Stanley Cup game. So, yeah, it could be a loss. But I'm going 3-2 win. I think it'll be tighter than I bet you a lot of people are thinking. We're going to probably get a lot of big scores, Montreal. But I think it's going to be tighter. Montreal's playing the kind of hockey now that most games are going to be tight. And there may be a point where they break it open near the end, kind of like with Pittsburgh in the second period anyway. They broke it open. But in general, I think it's going to be tight hockey. Paling is in. They released the lineup. Okay, cool. So Paling's in. Well, like I said, you already know. It's in your name. You already know. Where's he playing? I didn't see anything. I don't have time to look it up. So, yeah, I figured he would be playing. That's why they called him up. And I imagine I hope they're playing him with, Suzuki on his wing. Wouldn't that be nice? I'd love to see Suzuki and Paling get a few games together. So we'll have to see. Bada bing. Sorry, I didn't eat supper yet, but I made cookies. See? I bake. M&M's, no, Smarties, crushed up, and dark chocolate. Really good. Anyways, I made cookies yesterday. Okay, let me see. I missed something here. Joe was saying, honestly, Hudon and Belzile are just lighting up in Laval. Heck, even Weiss has been playing well recently. Well, okay, but Joe, not everybody that's doing well in Laval is going to come up. And quite frankly, first of all, Weiss, that's an emergency call-up. Belzile, he's 28 years old. He's still in the minors. You got to figure he's not going to be the call-up. You got to figure it. Hudon was just here, so I think he has to play a number of games down there before he can come up here without having the waiver problem. I don't know. There's something with that. Fourth line with Thompson instead of Pekka. Oh, really? I'm a little disappointed in that. I would have liked to see him take Wheel's spot on the right side with Suzuki. And, I would if Paling comes out and has a really good first period. I have a feeling they might move him up to do that, and I'm hoping because I'd really like to see those two play on the same line and see if they can click. Suzuki is playing so well that Paling just has to rush the net. Suzuki with a nice pass. Suzuki's doing so many nice things that you don't really notice. Well, not everybody notices it because you don't hear enough people talking about it, but I like what he's doing. So it's Paling, Thompson, Barber. Yeah. Yeah, I figured, well, I knew they didn't send Barber down because of all the injuries, we need the extra guys. And something, honestly, if they can fill the roster out with some of these guys from Laval and they continue to win like they've been winning, even though it's tight hockey and they've got to play their asses off, it could be a formula that works where they don't have to make a trade and they don't have to give up any of their assets. And, honestly, this team, if you're looking to them to win the Cup, it's unlikely, very unlikely, in the next couple of years. But say 3-4 years from now, if they're patient and develop these guys, this is going to be one hell of an awesome team. That's what I think. That's why I don't really want to see a trade. Although I think they might need to do one for the defense, but we'll have to see it. And I think they're being patient because they believe the guys here can do it. Joe, I think Belzil's not really being considered because he's of his age and he's an AHLer. He's probably a career AHLer. Yeah, but it didn't really, even in the preseason, it didn't really translate to the NHL. And some guys are like that. They look lights out in the AHL and they come up here and they can't put it together. And maybe that's what, rightly or wrongly, that Habs management kind of believes with Belzil. Suzuki's a really smart player, is killing it for a rookie. I love Suzuki. I've been talking about him since I guess the end of the last season. I started talking about him, and he's just proving to be everything he's kind of been hyped to be. Hey, Nolan, I see you there. Hey. So yeah, and he's getting better all the time. He's starting to take some shots. He's starting to make some really nice plays and passes. That's why I was hoping Paling would be on his line. With a couple of better wingers on his line, I think he can kill it. Yeah, Anders Nilsson's been in. He's been having a pretty good season so far. Hoping he doesn't play well tonight. Yeah, well, they'll solve him. That's all. If he plays well, got to solve him. Belzil has 14 points in 20 games. He's 28. I'd rather play a young player who can grow. But that's what I think they're doing. It's very simple. He's 28. He's been in the AHL his whole career. They obviously don't project him to be a top 6 player. So they have enough guys that they, I guess, rate above him in the NHL, and that's what's happening. And yeah, they're going with younger guys, and I agree with that. If they let the young guys grow together, what an amazing core this team will have. And with all the talent that's due to come in the next few years, this could be a good team. Like a real contender, not just maybe a playoffs contender. Like a Stanley Cup contender. Going in, I like having patience. Sorry if it's unstable right now, but I like that about what they're doing. So, which is why I think, going for a Taylor Hall, which I don't think they're doing. I don't think that's a serious rumor. But it would be a mistake going for Taylor Hall. It would really upset the balance that they're creating here. Obviously, well, for me, the game just started. It's 30 seconds in. Hard for me to get a read of the game. Although, yeah, apparently yesterday I had a pretty good read of it, that nothing much was happening in that first period and how the Habs looked in the first period. But boy, did they turn it around for the second half of the game. And I'm hoping that's momentum for now because that was a big win. Their confidence has to be up. So I'm really expecting a good result here from Ottawa, against Ottawa. Okay, Joe, I don't totally disagree with you, but we don't know everything they know. That the way we judge a player, unless you're really a scout, which not I doubt you are, I'm not. We look at it in a different way, and we don't break him down the same way that they do. And I'm sure they've broken down his game and they've judged it that he's coming up if they don't have anybody else, but otherwise he's staying down there. And I think that's it. And besides, they're doing well. He's playing well down there. They need that down there. That team needs some really good play, some excitement. And if he's creating it down there and he can't do much up here, then you leave him down there. Paling has 12 points and has potential to grow. He deserves it more. I think he's got 11, but he might have got one since I saw that. But yeah, I think Paling definitely deserves to call up more. I've been hoping they'd call him up. Since he's got his game back, he seems to have gotten his game back. He was struggling for a while down there, and then he's starting to light it up a bit. So yeah, I think I want to see what he can do. If he's not ready, he goes back down. I mean, that's the way it is. Right, Paul. See, Paul's right. Brazil's nothing. I don't want to be that mean to say he's nothing special, but that's right. He's playing the same as he's been for the past 3 years. If he was NHL caliber, if they judged him to be, and they may be wrong, Joe. It's possible that they're wrong, but that's how they're evaluating, and they're evaluating him to not be an NHL caliber player or nothing better than a top 6, and he's not the option they want. And he's a really good AHL player, as Paul just said. So that's what you're seeing. And look, it's a business too, and they need guys like that down there too. And besides, I don't know. He's a center. I don't know where he'd fit here. I obviously center, he could play wing. I get that, but yeah, I don't know. I'm happy with Paling. I'm also kind of happy with Leskinen. Leskinen's playing pretty decently. He's managing it. He's not hurting the team. That goal he gave up against New York, or the puck there, that's a bounce on bad ice. You can't blame a guy for that. And he's been good. And I had a feeling, and you can check my older videos, I mentioned Leskinen a bunch of times that he might be an option. And we'll see, because it's his third game, I believe. He's in there. And yeah, they're going to break him in. This is a good thing. They're breaking in these young guys, giving them experience. It can only do good for the future. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what happened there. Hey, Nolan, take care. Don't worry about it, buddy. Barber also deserves it more, but Barber, he's only played 3 NHL games. He's still a young guy. That's the whole thing. The ceiling is higher. Belzil's ceiling is not very high. So they want guys that, can do a little more. Did anybody hear about Sklenika being released? Yeah. I think I heard something about him wanting to go back to Czechoslovakia. I'm not sure where he's from, but I heard that's what it was. Hey, Zach, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Well, this is the problem. Suzuki could do a lot more with better wingers. That's why I was kind of hoping Paling would replace Wheel on the third line. I was big on Wheel's potential, but he hasn't really done anything to earn that. And I think playing him on the third line is a little high. He should be playing on the fourth line. Especially when you got Paling. Why not put him on the third line with Suzuki? I don't get it. So Leskinen is there. He's got the puck right now on what I'm watching. Now Cousins is a different story. Cousins was a offensive player in juniors. He was a scorer. He was. So was Wheel. So Cousins also has the potential, and he's doing a lot better. He's doing a lot more. He's producing a lot more. So I can see Cousins being on the third line. Unfortunately, I can't really tell what's going on there. And Barber, too. Barber was a good player. No, I know that. That's why they're getting the chance. Oh, he did go to the KHL. I wasn't sure, but I heard that Sklenika, because I guess he figured he wasn't making the big team, that he wanted to go back to the KHL. Don't forget, you don't make a lot of money in the AHL, but you can make decent money in the KHL. So that's why he'd go back. It makes sense that way. Kulak's great in my opinion. Last season he was one of the best defensemen. I really like him playing with Weber. Yeah, Joe, I agree with you. Good to see that he's gotten his game back a bit, if not all the way. He was kind of sucking at the beginning of the season, but I really like Kulak. I like his potential, and I'm glad to see they gave him another shot finally again, and he's actually doing something with it. And good thing, because with all the injuries, I mean, they need him to be able to play top 4 minutes, you know, without the mistakes, and he's managing. But listen, seriously though, with the ice time that Sherratt, Weber, and Petrie are getting, that's got to change eventually. They got to really start. They got to reduce some of Sherratt's ice time for sure. All of them. They're going to burn out. It's not good. Especially if you're going to make the playoffs, you're going to want them to be as fresh as possible. Come on, guys. Someone get it. Nah. I should have shot earlier than that. Okay, who looks slow? Well, no, I don't agree with that. I think Kulak, keep more of an eye on him. He's much better than that. And listen, he might be having a bad game tonight that I can't really assess right now, but he's been, the last 2-3 games, he's been playing like really well. All of them have been playing well. Almost mistake-free hockey, which is what they've got to do. They pretty much have to play as mistake-free as possible, and in turn capitalize on the other team's mistakes when they happen, which I think is what they did last night. They did a good job of capitalizing on the Penguins, on their mistakes, and connecting with them, you know, pulling the trigger. So, but no, I think Kulak is pretty good. What a steal of a trade, by the way. We traded Valiev in exchange for Kulak. Yeah, I know. An AHL deal, and he turned into that. That's insane. Yeah, well, you know, just look at Brendan Gallagher was a 5th-round pick. I mean, who would have thought Brendan Gallagher? I mean, even now, if you look at him, you look at the way he plays and everything. Is he a first-line winger? Is he the guy you figure would be leading the team in goals? No, not. You wouldn't really figure it, but he can do it because he's got the talent. So it's just a matter of, I guess, Kulak was more talented than he was evaluated at. God, I wish Caulfield was here. We could use him. Imagine a third line of Caulfield, Suzuki, and Poehling right now. Well, yeah, but honestly, I mean, Caulfield, I think he's really close to being ready, but I think he will be by the end of this season, his Wisconsin season. And I talked about it in my podcast about if he'd be up here probably by the end of March, kind of like when Poehling signed last year, and he'd get the opportunity to play a few games. And if we're going to be in the playoffs, Caulfield could be a huge help, because I saw something about him, and it was and I'm not remembering who it was that made this comment, but it was either like a well-known scout or someone with the knowledge. And they were saying how much he's improved his balance, his legs, just the way he skates and the spread. I'm saying it bad, I realize, but that they think that he's NHL ready already. So I figure by the time Wisconsin season's over, he'll be even more ready. And I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, you know what? To have a shot like that right now on our wing, on one of the lines, oh my God, that would be amazing. I don't think that would be a good line right now. I'm not saying bad for the future, but now I don't think so. Poehling, Suzuki, and Caulfield should be alongside more experienced guys. Yeah, that might be what happens. Well, first of all, next year, Suzuki will be that much. Cross that road when we get to it. Caulfield has more points in the NCAA than the 5th, 9th, and 12th overall pick. Yeah, well, look, he's a serious hockey player. The only reason Cole Caulfield dropped down to Montreal is strictly because of his size. That's it. It's not about his potential or anything like that or a shot. It's strictly because of his size that he dropped. So he is that fifth pick. I mean, he probably would have been. I say no later than eighth because Edmonton had the eighth, and I think Caulfield would have been a great answer to the problem they were having with McDavid's wing or Draisaitl, right? So I think that he would have gone. And I said that in a couple of my videos that I thought Edmonton would take him. But he dropped past everyone, but it's his size. It's just his size. He has 20 points in 18 games, while the fifth overall has 15, and the ninth 17, and the 12th overall has 3 points. And there you go. No, I know. Look, he's the real deal. Oops. Hang on, I gotta reconnect my goddamn Wi-Fi. Farther behind you guys. It'll come back in a sec. There we go. I'm back. Okay, switch. Domi's trying to do too much right now. He's not doing anything right. Yeah, I know. Domi is he's a bit of a disappointment right now. Gotta tell you, but I think he is. I think he's trying to do a little too much because he must be feeling some pressure. Gotta be. And I hope he turns around soon because at this point, he's definitely not getting close to 70. So. Domi thinks he's Gretzky. Well, he's trying too much. Hawks fan, welcome in, buddy. This is news. Hawks fan is saying that Peter DeBoer is fired, and that was kind of a rumor. Something happened with him. I don't know what it was, but he did something, and I guess he just got fired for it. So, like I was talking about in my podcast, and you guys watched it, that with these new code of conduct there for them, we're going to see some of this happening. You know, hey, listen, if Claude Julien did something and it comes out, he's gone. That's the way it's going to be. It's just that's how it's going these days. So, yeah, so Peter DeBoer, there was a rumor, because I know I saw something in a couple of videos that I watched about Peter DeBoer. So, oh, wait, there's a scrum in front of Primo, so sorry. They couldn't get anything. Yeah, so it's, I'm not surprised. I don't know what he did. So I'm hearing this is all Ottawa right now. That's not a good sign. I don't know how are they doing. I can't really concentrate on the game. How are they doing? Not good for Montreal right now. Paling is not a fourth line player. Needs more opportunity. Yeah, but they seem to start everybody out there. So I just they're not playing very well right now from what I can tell. So he's not going to move up. But I see him on the ice there now. If he has a good first period, they'll move him up, I would think. Plus, also, let him get adjusted again into the NHL before, you know. I have a feeling he'll be here for a little while because I really don't think KK's coming back for a while. I'm sure that was a pretty serious concussion, and he won't be coming back for a while. Come on, guys, turn it around. Get the momentum. But it's kind of like I said, this really could be a very disappointing loss. It's Ottawa, and there's something happens with Ottawa. It was a nice shot. Oh, that was close. Come on, guys. Come on. And they're starting to turn it around because they're launching shots. So they're doing the same thing. It's now they only got one shot out of that. 8-3 in shots for Ottawa. They had like 4 or 5 shots on net, but I guess only one got through. Okay, bada bing. Not sure what's like elementary school. You got to refresh me. I can't scroll back here. Yeah, you already know. Well, you already know, so you know this. Yeah, I had heard. I guess it was a bad rumor that he was coming back in a couple of weeks, but yeah, beginning of January. So that's like a couple of weeks early, which would be really good. So what I must have heard is that he's coming back a couple of weeks early, not that he's coming back in a couple of weeks. But yeah, that would be great if he comes back a couple of weeks ahead of schedule. Oh, Zach, why did you change to February? Good chance there. Not sure. I feel bad for KK. He's injured twice and did not do much when he was here. Hope he recovers well. Yeah, I talked a little bit about him in the podcasts because I wanted to talk about whether Montreal should have patience with him or send him back to Laval. That was going to be part of my discussion, when he comes back. But now that they put him on the IR, it's kind of whatever. But I talked about it in the podcast. Fred Mui, hey there, buddy. How's it going? Thanks for coming in. Clear slew foot. I think it was. I don't see how anybody could see that and say that's not a slew foot, but I don't know. There's so many of the experts, and they're going, it wasn't the penalty. What do you mean it wasn't a slew foot? It was. He clearly knocked his feet out from under him. That's a slew foot. So I don't know what else, how else to see it. And then he spun him like a pinwheel, he did it. To say that he didn't do that and he didn't know what he was doing or it was just from the hit. How do you hit a guy into the boards and then he spins like a twirl? I gotta get used to where the camera is. How does that happen? I've seen probably thousands of hits like that in the boards, and I've never seen anybody get hit in the boards and then all of a sudden they're on their head. It doesn't just happen. So something happened there that wasn't kosher, as they say. Hey Remo, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming in. We're about halfway through the first, so 10 minutes there. That's about 20 minutes left. So we got about 20 minutes left on the stream. Yeah, you can see his knee comes up. His knee comes up. It's clear to me his knee comes up. I guess maybe they think it didn't come up enough to do anything, but it did. It came up enough to knock the feet out a little bit, and then he pulls him to the right from the top. He pulls him, and that's with the knee and the pulling, he's going to spin. And that's a slew foot that you would see when it does happen. It doesn't happen often. But that was a slew foot. The funny thing about this, I never really knew what to have to see how it turns out. Well, no, it won't turn out. Nothing will turn out. He's getting no. Just for KK, hopefully it's not like he loses the whole season and a year of development and all that. Could be bad. Oh, see there, you used to ref and it's a slew foot. Well, that's it. I don't understand how they don't see that. Habs are watching, need puck possession and play with that puck, but in deep in Sens end. Yeah, I take it they're not doing a good job on that, but they weren't either against Pittsburgh. They weren't really doing a great job. It looked like they kind of thought they were going to lose last night, and second period rolled around, and it was a different team that came out. So I'm hoping it's the same kind of thing tonight. They'll wake up. In general, they're a better team as the game goes along, I find anyway, and we'll hope that happens here tonight. But with 10 shots against, so Primo's at least, he's not shaky like he was the first period of the Rangers game. He settled down then, and I think he's settled down now for being an NHLer. It took him only one period pretty much to adjust. That's a pretty good sign. That was a nice pass. Oh, that was a nice pass. I don't know if it was from Petrie to Suzuki. Cross ice to the circle. That was a nice pass. I don't know how far. Hey, Jean-Claude Etienne. Hey, Bear. How's it going, buddy? My day was okay. A lot of film work today, and just feel spacey today. I have days like that where I'm just, I don't know. And it happened to come on like a day I had to shoot 3 videos and a 4th one later. So not a great day to feel spacey, but, what are you going to do? How about you? How you been? Zach got a lot of confidence in Primo. Oh, I really do too. I think the kid's going to be good. And since he came out in this game looking like he, not looking like a rookie and all nervous, that's a good sign. And I do have confidence in him. But remember, he's still a rookie. It's his second game. I mean, don't make a god out of him. But I think he's going to be a really good goalie. I really do. I think he will. Depends on his timing, ready, and carries when else to get somebody to fill a hole. I don't understand that. So it's better off to develop. My internet connection decided to. There we go. Came back on its own. Oh, look at that. And then as I full screen it, it goes back out. All right. Internet treating me like shit tonight. You know, there is internet. Don't worry. I know there is. There we go. Sorry, guys. Hey, Jean-Claude, I agree with you 100%. It's always better after that. Okay, yeah, they're still on the power play. That's what I'm looking at. Sorry. Let's go, Zach. Let's go. Did they score? Did they score? Tell me. Come on, guys. Make use of this power play. That's it. Come on. That's where it is. No. At least they're getting some good chances, some shots. They're looking better anyways. They're looking okay on the power play. They got that power play goal last night. Beautiful. Cousins. All right. Power play goal. 2 games in a row. That's really, really good. That's a really, really good. Hang on, I just want to write that down there. 624 means it's 1336. Just gonna write that power play goal. Of course, I looked away and they showed it. Hang on, I want to see what happened. Oh, a nice tip in. Deflection, or deflection. Redirect. Who passed it over to Cousins? Who did that? Was it Domi? I didn't see anyway. I thought it looked like Suzuki. That's why I'm asking. I'm always excited when Suzuki gets a goal. Same here, Jean-Claude. The doobie and the goal always help. I got Cousins from Domi and Weber. Okay, well, Domi needed that point. I'll tell you that. Domi needed that point, so I'm glad that he got a point and he's involved in the game now. And hopefully this will be a good game for Domi. So nobody had Cousins. And oddly enough, and I know you might not believe it, but I was thinking of Cousins because I had said Cousins in the preview there where I said he's a beauty, eh? He's a beauty. He's a beauty, that guy. And but I decided to go elsewhere. But a beautiful goal there. Nice little redirect there. So good. That changes everything. You know, that could change the whole flow of the game now. I'd like to see them put a second one in right now. Doesn't look like that's happening. Yeah, you know, DeBoer, again, you're showing that he just lost his job. I think it's something to do with being abusive to a player, but also they haven't won in December, apparently, the Sharks. They're winless in December, so that could be part of it, too. I don't know. So it might just be a regular firing, too. Have to wait and make judgment later. Yeah, okay, there you go. You just confirmed it. Yeah, but I had thought I had seen something about him, though. But maybe the story, which I wasn't following closely enough to obviously know, they might have been talking about the fact that his job might be on the line because of bad performance. But it's true. They haven't won in December, so I guess that was it. And they had a good November, but I don't know overall. I think they've been pretty bad, so there you go. I wonder who's coming in after that for them. They need to do something or they're going to be out of the playoffs soon, too. But back to Domi. That was a nice pass by Domi. I don't know if that was a pass as much as it was a shot at the net, hoping for that redirect anyway. Okay. Oh, I'm tiring out. I'm on my, I guess this is kind of like my fourth video of the day. You get tired after a while. My voice. My voice. I'm gonna drink some water, guys. Anyways, under 5 minutes left. Or right around there. Right around the 5 minute mark. We're ahead 1-0. They're playing well enough to win. As long as they can avoid any more of those stretches of Ottawa being in their zone for such a long time, it should be a good result. Although just one period, so there's a lot of hockey left to go. So we'll have to see. Oh, they were showing Ron Hainsey there. Oh, okay, well, that's it. I didn't see it close enough. So that, yeah, there you go. But also, it's the same thing. It's just putting the puck on net and hoping for a tip or a deflection or a redirection. Just a good play by Domi, a heads-up play. He's on the ice again. Oh, almost a. Oh God, three shots in a row. They couldn't connect on him. Come on, guys. Am I right? Nilsson plays good against us. But so does Anderson, so. But Anderson's out right now, I guess. They got this, it's got a weird name. The, Hoberger, I think that's his name. Hey Zach, no problem. Look, if that's the case for every game, I do this every game. First period. It's fun. I like doing it too. I don't get to concentrate on the game as much as I would normally like, but I like the interactive talking, and it's fun. It makes it more interesting. And then if they're losing and doing bad, I don't have to see it, and we can still have fun talking. So I like it. But yeah, I do every first period. The odd one I might miss here and there. It happens. Life gets in the way sometimes. But, yeah. So we got 4 minutes left. Shots are 10-8 now for Ottawa. We've got Ottawa entering our zone. Come on, guys. Get the puck and clear it. No, still in the zone. They're in the corner. They're trying to sort of cycle the puck out of the corner. They do get it out, and it's back in the corner. Some bad luck with the puck, trying to get this puck out of there. Come on, guys. They're out. They got it out, but not Ottawa got it out of the zone on. Did the work for the Habs. Bad pass, got missed at the point. Puck came out. 3 minutes to go. Come on, guys, put one in before the end of the period. That would be really good. Seal up the game that way. Have that momentum going into the second period. 10 shots, but no grade A chances. Yeah, I haven't seen any. You're obviously talking about Ottawa. I haven't seen any. Montreal's had a couple of good chances here. They had 3 in a row there. There was a wraparound attempt, a shot, and another shot. Anyways, those were 3 good tries. But yeah, I haven't seen anything really. That shot that he got up on the shoulder there, that could have been something, but not a grade A chance, that's for sure. They're doing a good job in general, Montreal, of keeping them away from the center and in front, and I find they're doing a much better job than they were doing, especially during that losing streak. And it's part of the new system is try to keep them to the perimeter. You get less quality shots on the perimeter. If only Gallagher could have connected on that one. There we go. Good transition. Tatar can't control the puck. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting tired at this point. A couple of minutes to go. Right near the end, it's the hardest when you're tired. Oh my God. I used to listen to a lot of radio, and you guys, it's usually 3, 4 hour shifts on the radio. And I'd hear people say, how hard it is and how tired you are at the end. And I was thought, you're just sitting there talking. How hard can that be? It's not easy. You wouldn't think it's tiring, but it is. Especially that podcast I talked for today was only a half hour, but I usually do about 40 minutes, and it's tough. It's tough when you got to talk like nonstop for 40 minutes. Tough on the voice. Okay, so we're about to go out of here. There's only like a minute left. Primo's rebound control is elite at such a young age. I haven't really been watching for that, but I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, that's good when a goalie at that age is already controlling the rebounds like that. I think Price was like that when he came in. Ooh, that was a spinorama by Domi, but not a good one. A minute 25. I'm just worried. I worry about those last minute goals against. We had so many happen. They've eliminated it pretty much, but I still worry about it. That last minute when you're ahead, especially only by one goal. Although they say 2-goal lead is the worst one, is the hardest one to keep. Do I like the Oilers? I'm an Oiler fan, but also like the Habs. I don't dislike the Oilers. Let me say that. I don't follow them, but I don't dislike them. I've never disliked them. Just because Gretzky was there winning cups didn't make me dislike them, that's for sure. So no, I can't say I particularly like them, but I don't dislike them. But I like McDavid and Draisaitl. I mean, those guys are great. And thanks for coming in, an Oilers fan. We're almost done the live stream, but I live stream first period of would so appreciate a subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I'm really close, and I'm just trying to get them all. Fans from other fan bases, even if they're not Habs fans as well, I love having the input from another fan base. I didn't see it. I'm trying to show it up here. And remember something about Paling. He's a smart guy. He's another smart player. He might not have the same speed of processing and all that like Suzuki, but I don't think he's that far off. He just needs the opportunity. Because the last time he was here, he played 4 games. I mean, you didn't really notice him at all out there. So I want to see a little bit better showing. So the period just ended. Yeah, so you want to see a little bit better showing. I wasn't able to key on him. You already know. It's a good sign. If he came up here and he's having a good first period, it's a good sign because he didn't really do that the last time. So I'm happy to see that. Excuse me. Oh, boy, losing my voice. Okay, so the period's over. I'm kind of tired, so I think I'm going to call it a feed. Anyways, you guys all know I'm going to be going down to 4 people now. So listen, thanks everybody for coming in. I really appreciate it. Anybody who's here that's new and you haven't, I'd appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe if you feel like it. And I'm here every first period. Live streaming every first period, and we have some fun. So thanks for coming in. I'm going to go before my voice is gone. Thank you, everybody. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Next game is Saturday against Detroit. I will be here, and hopefully so will you. Okay, I see your stat there. 5 coaches have been fired since the last time Detroit won a game. Yeah, that's an interesting stat, I'll tell you. Anyways, listen, the next game's against Detroit, so hopefully they won't take us by surprise and have a... Anyways, I don't think so, and I think I'm getting ahead of myself, but if we can win this one, I think we got a bit of a winning streak going, and I was hoping that would happen, because that'll get you right back into the whole swing of things, and you wouldn't be like so worried about making the playoffs. If they can win 4 or 5 games in a row, that worry about that losing streak and now their chances of making the playoffs, it kind of goes out the window, I think. So, okay, so we're down to 2 people. Thanks for sticking in, you two. I really appreciate it. See you next time, and bye-bye, and go Habs, go! I don't see that there. I gotta get where I am. Go Habs, go! No. Why won't it see it? Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye. I didn't hit this. I didn't hit it in the right spot. Even my phone isn't acting right tonight. I don't know.